Alright fellas, we're making a Detroit beat. Ba, 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 ba. Gotta make it like probably like about like 187 or some. Gotta obviously, you know, adjust it to tempo. Can actually pitch it down too. Maybe throw a little bit of EQ on it. Maybe even some reverb. Oops. Alright. It's in C sharp right now. Gotta find the, you know, tempo. Alright, we gotta grab the snare. Typically what I like to use is that I have my own pack that I use called the OG Sounds, you know, made by me. I like to use this snare, it's called a club snare. I like to put it up an octave. I like to grab the slam hi-hat. Turn all the velocities up just so you can hear it just a little better. Maybe even add a few rolls in there. Give it a little variation. Make it go down a few semitones. Might go down to G. Now usually what I do is I move on to the 808. What I'm going to be using is I'm going to be using this Boosted Spins 808. It's from this Essential Drum Kit. Alright. I could go a couple octaves up to figure out the key. What I'm going to do is turn this knob all the way up. Not to mention, for the master channel, we need a soft clipper. Just so it doesn't clash too much. Boosted about 1%. I like to add like a couple 808 rolls in there. You know, go to the 1/3 step. Drag that in there. Oh, it's already in there. Gotta turn that snare. We gotta make it really pounce, you know. Now, one of the main things is that you need an open hat. Now, what I like to do is I like to grab one from my essential kit. If you know, you know. You know, specifically this one. You can find it just about any pack, to be honest. Basic open hat. I always like to hit it on the first, like, 3 bars instead of, like, the entire 808. Because it sounds like a little punchier. Or, like, on just, like, the... But you see, what you want to do is that you want to turn it up. Sounds pretty good so far. Now I need to grab a perk. You know, you gotta find the, you know, common blip. Find it in, like, any normal basic drum kit, you know. Maybe even, like, a little pluck. Now I like to do, what I like to do with the blip, I like to make it go, like, on this bar. And with the pluck, it kind of follows around the downbeat. Now, one thing I like to do with my perks is that I like to throw them into a new mixer track, and I like to grab Fruity Stereo Enhancer. It kind of makes it sound more full. I also like to throw the hi-hats and the open hats in that too. Makes it sound more full, you know. Now with the melody, we can do more than just the same loop over and over again. We can, like, kind of alter it a little bit. Like, grab this part, extend it. Kind of change it up a little bit. Now with this part, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it unique as a sample. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to pitch it up 1 octave. To make it sound a little better. Now when you shallow range, what I like to do is I like to start out with just solely the drums. Then I like to make the 808 hit. And then the hi-hat. And then typically after the hi-hat, I throw in the perk in there too. You know, throw it into, you know, 33 bar. Can make the melody just a little louder. You see, the problem is that there's not enough reverb, so we gotta turn it down just a little bit. What you can do to make your melody sound more full is, you know, make it pan. What I like to do is use just the, you know, default pan. Turn the amount down a little bit. See, for this part though, we don't want it to just be solely drums alone. We can grab like a kind of like a grimy bass. Like one of these, the bass shot, Megan. Gotta make it, you know. that would sound like. You can make it just go down to E. Now the problem is it sounds too dry. So you gotta throw it into a different channel. Add an EQ to it. We can even add sound goodizer to it. Turn it down just a little bit. Give it just a little bit of reverb. This is what just the bass sounds like by itself. Kind of gives me like alien type of theme. Now what you want to do so to make sure each bass doesn't clash, what I do is I turn the attack all the way down, the hold all the way down, the decay all the way down, the sustain all the way up, and the release all the way down. What that does is that whenever your note plays, it stops whenever the note is, stopped. Like this. As we can see. That's basically all that does. You want to make sure to do it so your bass doesn't clash or anything. Also do it with the 808. You can hit Control L on your keyboard to make it fill in. Turn the sustain all the way down or all the way up. Now what you can also do is you can switch up the 808 too. So it doesn't get boring. What I like to do, I like to add really high notes. So what I do, copy and paste, Control C, Control V, you should know the drill. Switch it up. Also got to switch up the hi-hat because it moves with the 808. Got to take out just the second bar. Sounds a little crazier, The way you want to, usually what I do is I throw like a few more just plain parts of the beat to finish out the verse. Maybe throw the perk in there, and then we grab basically just the hook again, which is the beginning part, because you want to make it simple if you're trying to get an artist on the beat. Gotta give them room to rap and stuff like that. Just do their artistry. The way you do is that, boom. With that, pretty much your beat is finished. Now, one thing, this is very important. What you want to do is click Create Automation Clip. Click about where the normal part would be, about 79, 80, whatever. You want to make an automation clip because you can't, just automate this along. You got to create an actual automation clip. That sums up about the beat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my prod tag and stuff and then play you the full beat. Alright, that's the full beat. This is just a basic Detroit beat. If you want to see more beats, like, subscribe, just do whatever. Peace out.